Hey Aquarius, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a weekly reading for you for April 5th through April 11th. All right, so we're going to start with some Lenormand cards, and we're going to look at what your intention is towards somebody, okay? If this doesn't come out as what your intention is, this probably isn't your reading, okay? All right, let's see. What do we have? First card out. All right, so we have the ring. So first and foremost, you have an intention, I feel like, to explore some type of bond that you have with this person. Okay, for some of you, that could be an intention to want to become engaged or married. What do we have in the middle? Okay, so we have the cross. I feel like it's your intention to make a decision as to what direction you want your life to go in. This is saying that you're deciding right now on how you want this bond between you and somebody to move forward in your life. Maybe it's in a more traditional way. Maybe it's in a more spiritual manner. What do we have here? Okay, we have the whip. So, does this connection feel familiar? Does it feel, is it starting off in a way that many of your relationships have started off? Or is it breaking a pattern? Is it emphasizing a pattern for you, or do you feel like this connection in some way might be breaking a pattern for you? It's one or the other. All right, so let's see what you're manifesting here. So we're taking a look at how you're thinking about this right now, how you're thinking about this connection. However you're thinking about it is what you're manifesting. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's see what we have. First card here, most important. 10 of Swords. What? What? All right, so 10 of Swords and this whip. So I feel like these are connected. All right, so you might be taking a moment to try to figure out what direction you're going to go in, because you don't want to go in the direction that you've gone in the past, which might have led to hurt and betrayal in the past. And if this connection is starting off in a similar way or in some type of pattern, you actually might be drawing the same scenario again and again for some reason until you break the pattern. Okay? What else do we have here? All right, so we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, so gosh, if you're dealing with a Virgo, you should watch that reading, because I feel like this is a little bit similar here. So 6 of Cups, on the one hand, you do think about past relationships. Possibly this relationship or connection might feel similar as to maybe how it's growing or the direction it's going or how it feels. And on the other hand, 6 of Cups, I feel like you're nostalgic for, you might like the pattern that you have in relationship. Okay, you might be at a point in a relationship, you know, wherever that is in relationship for you, that you really like, that you really enjoy. You know, it might be that you're in a new connection. You might be in that honeymoon phase. You might enjoy that a lot. That might bring back good feelings, good memories. This could be somebody that you're reconnecting with, or somebody new that you're experiencing those, you know, special good feelings, new feelings with. All right, and then we have 10 of Pentacles. So we have 10 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. I feel like, honestly, that this is about you breaking a pattern. This I feel like is about you wanting to break a pattern. You are now looking at maybe the long term, 10 of Pentacles. What does family look like for me in 5 to 10 years? What does this relationship look like in 5 to 10 years? I feel like you're really trying to think about what it is that you truly want while enjoying the stage of connection that you're in right now. And you're also thinking about what hasn't worked for you in the past, or what has felt like a betrayal in the past in other relationships. What else do we have here? Wow, the Tower. Tower is showing up a lot this week. Because of a past betrayal, you do have it in your energy that whatever you're dealing with right now could all fall apart. You do spend some time thinking about that. You do spend some time thinking, am I going to get blindsided? Am I going to be blindsided by this bond that I have with this person? Is it for real? And then we've got the 6 of Swords. Yeah, this feels a lot like Virgo. You very much, I feel like, want to get to the next step or the next stage in the relationship or in the connection. Like, if you're casually dating, you want to get to the point where you're exclusively dating, okay? That next step, I feel like, will bring a lot of peace of mind. It's like, if I can just get to that next step. We have 6s here. 6s are about love and harmony. And you're going back and forth in your thoughts and your feelings about, could this all fall apart, or could it be my 10 of Pentacles? What else do we have here? All right, so we have 8 of Pentacles. You're thinking about the effort that you've put into this, and you're thinking about the effort that you want to continue to put into this and break a pattern. I feel this is about breaking a pattern for you, okay? And I feel like, honestly, this might be the first person that you really haven't known why it was going to end even before it began. This is somebody that you really may want to take a traditional route. You may want to marry. That's what might feel different. That's the pattern that's being broken. So it's like, you're not just thinking about today, you're thinking about what this could be in the future and how you don't want it to be ripped away from you. So if that's the case, and this is something that you truly want to build, and you're thinking about things differently, and you want to manifest something that is long-term and committed, then we have to take a look at this 10 of Swords and the Tower. And then let's take a look at this 8 of Pentacles and this Whip. Okay, so let's see, 10 of Swords, the Star. Okay, so this is you. The Star is your energy. It's Aquarius, all right? It's also about your heart's desire. So you might have had your heart's desire kind of pulled the rug out from under you in the past. And this is you experiencing this betrayal that has happened in the past. You are thinking about yourself, okay? What I would say about this is, take yourself out of the story when you're thinking about past hurts and experiences, because you attach yourself to that energy, to that 10 of Swords, and you don't want to do that. So take yourself out of these stories that you're remembering, telling yourself. The past doesn't have to affect the future unless we bring it in. All right, so what do we have here for the Tower? All right, so we have 8 of Wands. So you might be a little afraid to communicate authentically and truthfully because I feel like the Tower came down on you based on either something you said or something your person said in the past, not the person you're dealing with now. But you are afraid to say exactly what you think sometimes because it has worked against you in the past in some way, okay? So let's see what this whip is. All right, so we have 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like this is the pattern that you're trying to break. In the past, you've always had maybe a plan B, or you've always kind of, when you've been in a connection or a relationship, you've always kind of had that energy of, well, if this doesn't work, I'll focus on what's next. I don't feel like you're thinking about what's next. You're thinking about 10 of Pentacles with this particular person, and you don't want to screw it up, and you hope they don't screw it up, all right? But I think the pattern that you've had is you've always jumped to what's next pretty quickly after something has ended. And that's a pattern that this connection could be breaking for you. But it's really important for you to take yourself out of this story that you have created for yourself, for your life. Take yourself out of it when you're thinking about that situation. That's important. 8 of Pentacles, clarified by 9 of Wands. You're very cautious about the effort that you put in, and I feel like it is around communication. You're very careful about what you say to the point where you shouldn't have to be that careful, okay? You know that you shouldn't have to be that careful, but you are letting the past creep in a little bit. And that makes what could be a beautiful bond or beautiful situation if you let, a negative situation of the past to creep in, or you are talking about a negative experience you've had in the past with somebody new. That creates this kind of on the fence energy between you and this person for no good reason. If you can't really win by talking about your past connections. I mean, you can't really win talking about all the details of what that person did wrong. And you can't win if you talk about it in terms of everything this person might have done to you. Okay, either way, you come off not well, not good to your new person. So it doesn't behoove you to talk about this at all with your new person beyond, it didn't work out. What do we have here? All right, so we've got the Knight of Wands. So there might have been an affair of some kind or third party situation in the past for you that you absolutely do not want to revisit. Again, I wouldn't talk about it. All right. This might be showing up. This Knight of Wands energy might be showing up, and it's making you very cautious. That's why you're cautious. So you might be seeing some signs or things that you think are signs, and you're thinking about this. This is what's in your energy. You're carrying third-party energy in your energy right now. Okay? You might have been the one that betrayed somebody in the past, and you carry that around and carry guilt around with that. It's pointless. You might as well let it go. Learn from it and leave the rest. Okay? If you communicated something that you know, you feel hurt a relationship in the past. Well, if it hurted so bad that somebody left you over it or something broke apart because of it, you know, maybe it needed to be said. You know, you can rewrite the story too. All right. This Six of Wands, or Six of Swords and Six of Cups, you know, I feel like, again, this is the energy of things could go either way here. And I feel like it's important with this cross here that I think it's a really good thing. It feels like it's a really good thing for you to decide that maybe you are looking down the road or looking towards some type of commitment to break a certain pattern, especially if it's Knight of Wands energy, okay? Because that didn't feel good to you, okay? You are thinking about 10 of Pentacles now. And this is where your thoughts need to be to manifest this energy over here, the bond, a deep bond that could be very committed, very traditional. All right, so let's see what we have for Aquarius. What do we got? Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. You know, and that might be exactly what you're most afraid to do right now, because something might have gone awry in the past, but it was with somebody else. I strongly feel it was with somebody else. So you're bringing the past into a situation right now because it might have gone horribly wrong in the past, but I feel like it was supposed to, because you're not with that person anymore and you're not supposed to be. So what do we have here? Look at, become more objective. So that's kind of what these readings are about this week again. You know, really looking at things maybe from a little bit more of a logical standpoint, a logical perspective. It's a little bit of a different take than what I normally do, but becoming more objective, looking at things maybe not so much, especially when it comes to the past and how you narrate your story of the past. I don't feel like you put yourself in, like you're not the star of your story in a good way sometimes. You know, if you're going to tell yourself stories about yourself, be the star of your story. Okay, change the narrative. Now that you know that something wasn't meant to be with whoever, especially if it was a third party situation, you know, you can make yourself the star of the story and tell yourself that and what you've learned. Focus on what you've learned from this, because I feel like that's the direction your soul wants to go. Okay, so becoming more objective, not beating yourself up for maybe something you did wrong in the past or something that you regret. Being able to let it go and not letting it affect future heart-to-heart conversations that want to happen here about a bond that you have. You do have a bond, and the pattern that you're breaking is, you know, I can just move on to what's next. You might be over that phase of, you know, we'll just move on to what's next. Who's next? Slam the door and somebody else and move on to what's next. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Or you're moving past people that treat you that way, you know, that are able to just be done with you and slam the door in your face and move on to what's next. You're done attracting people like that, okay? All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. If you're looking for a deeper, more personal reading, you can definitely reach out to me. If not, no worries. I will talk to you next time. Enjoy your week. All right, thanks. Bye.